Right, plan for today. I crafted together a little presentation of about my most recent project. I recently made, if you're not familiar, I made a little I made a little thing. I made a little bus and then some little plushies to go in the bus. And I'm gonna go over kind of like my little process for that. That's what I'm gonna be doing. It's so loud. I forgot to turn it down before. I forgot to turn it down. Yeah, so anyways, let's get started. Making of the Long Drive Bus by me, Titan. First step, gathering references. Well, actually, first step, have the idea. And if you're like me, having the idea, you know, that's the easy part. I get ideas all the time. Ideas is the easy peasy. But after that, you're gonna need to gather a few references. And as you see, I used more references than this, but these are just kind of like the three I had on hand. I just kind of went back in the videos and, you know, I took some screenshots. Yeah, it's pretty niche. It's pretty niche. You might not get the reference. I think someone said that one time, so I thought since I was talking about references, I would include that. Step 3, technically, but I'll say I'll go in order from the steps that the slides are in. Step 2, making a pattern. So for this, I should have explained what my idea was before I switched to the slides. My idea for this project was, I'm going to create the little guys out of felt. Like little plushies and stuff, I'm going to create the little plushies. And then I'll make the bust out of cardboard. Step 1, I make the little pattern for the plushies. Wait, step 2. Step 2, I make the little pattern for the plushies. And how I go about making the patterns is I open Procreate and I turn on Drawing Assist and I set the Drawing Assist preference? The Drawing Assist mode to mirror. Because when you mirror stuff, you know, it'll be equal on both sides. So when you're like drawing your little parts, then you know it's not going to turn out wonky or lopsided on one of the sides. And then basically just draw on top of your base. So, yeah, you can see my mouse there. So you take the base and you just pretty much draw everything directly on top of it. When you're making clothes for parts and stuff, you have to make sure they're a little bigger. So that when you sew them on, there's like room for them to fit onto the body once you put the stuffing in. But some little parts like this, you don't have to worry about that so much. Because you're just gonna glue those right on. I guess you could sew them on if you really want to try, but I don't, so I don't do that. Some little parts like this little eye and stuff, or like this little teeth and nose, I didn't use those. I just kind of eyeballed it for that one because they're like so small. There's not really a point in doing that. Crafting! This is where it's kind of like where the real, kind of where it starts coming together, kind of. So you can see the earliest stage up here in this picture here. And this one, it's like very beginning. I've just cut out all the I just printed out the pattern. I just cut out all the little pieces. What was I saying? Oh yeah, so what I do, I layered the little pattern over the felt and I cut it out. If you watch my other plushie making streams, you might know that. That might be a little thing you already know. Or if you make plushies and are better at making plushies than me, then you probably already know that. But just saying for the uninformed out there. And so what I cut out all the pieces, like I have them all ready. So before I start, okay, I was gonna say before I start like sewing any of them, but in this picture you can clearly see that I already sewed this one. But usually I cut out all the pieces before I begin sewing or anything. And then after everything's cut out, then I start sewing. And after everything is, like the bases, everything that needs to be sewed is sewed up, I will go in and I will hot glue all like the little details and stuff. So all little details get glued on. That's all good and done. But and this is a little bit of an exception, I think, because what I did here is I glued the details on here because I wanted to get kind of my desk area cleaned. So if you have a lot of pieces, then just do the gluing first so you can get them kind of off your desk and out of the way. And then you can come back and you can do it doesn't even matter, you can do whichever one you want. But yeah. Sew then glue, general rule of thumb. But yeah, got all those sewed up. Had a little bit of trouble with the clothes. I was kind of worried they wouldn't fit, cause when I was sewing them, they're like skin tight. You could say, like, I was worried that these were not, there was not going to be enough room to sew them up closed. But there was, cause I'm genius at making plushie patterns, and it's like no big deal or anything. But yeah, I'll take an applause if anyone wants to give one. That'd be appreciated. Presto! That's everything done. These are the little parts I made. We got the main little character right here. I messed up on his collar. On this side, I accidentally messed up on his collar there. But that's a secret only for those who view this will know. But yeah, we got the main character right here. We got little Twitch chat baby. You got mom. You got the corpse, weird corpse, bunny. You got this octopus, GF. I was gonna make 2 GFs, but I got kind of fed up after the first one, and I only wanted to make 1. So I only did 1 of her. But you got Cock. You got Richard. You got little beer for the road, little drinky. Little ciggies as well. You got these big eyes, big glass eyes. Little painting that goes on the wall of the bus there. I thought it would be cooler to make it out of felt than to like draw it on a piece of paper, so that's what I did. We got the wheel. I was originally thinking of making those little, what do you call these little parts sticking out? I was thinking of making those out of felt, but I have this like bendable wire, and I was like, okay, I'll use that. I used that for the fly swatter handle there as well. I also made his little star glasses. At the very end, dude, I thought about this at the very end. I had like just enough cardboard to make these little like gas barrels or whatever. I had the right color paint too. I'll get into the paint in a second when we talk about the bus. Oh yeah, and I made this basket too. I was gonna make 2 baskets, but I was like, oh, I could probably get away with using 1, but I think 2 baskets would have been better. Okay, here's serving pleading face emoji versus serving star eyes emoji. So that's the little character with the eye, the little eye piece that I did, and then the glasses piece that I did. Busting it down. This is the part where I talk about making the bus. So, I think I started with cutting out the cardboard first, I think I did that first. I don't know why. I think it's just because it would be, no, I know why, because it would be easier than having to draw these little, like, bits directly onto the, like, it was like a big, what do you call it, wide? No, long, a big long box. Big old IKEA box. And I was like, okay, yeah, I'm not gonna, like, be sitting here drawing on this with my little pencil. So I'll cut out the sides and the front and the back, whatever first, I'll do that. And then, I'll draw the little details I have to cut out. So I used my trusty ruler and my 3 years of, or, no, it was more than 3 years, I did like 5 years of engineering class. I used my 5 years of engineering class experience to, you know, get that all drawn up nice and neat. Yeah, started cutting all that out. Oh yeah, for these little circle pieces, I used, like, at the top of a... It was like... have you guys seen the little toy, for the little McDonald's toy, where it's like this metal or tin head. It's like a double-sided head. And mine had like Tom from Tom and Jerry on one side and Superman from Superman on the other side. So I used the top of one of those to make like this circle shape. And then, where did I used to make this one? I don't remember actually. I used some other circle shape thing to make that smaller circle too. That's like a classic art hack. If you haven't used that before, when you want to draw something that's circular, you want to make like a good circle, just find like something that's already circle and then just trace around it. It's like actually just that easy. So yeah, I use that trick obviously, of course, for the round stuff. And I got, oh my gosh, dude, dude, my hand was hurting like when I was cutting out these pieces. I was using my big felt scissors to cut this out, but the cardboard was like, dude, it was crazy hard to cut for no reason. Like, it was actually insane. My hand was kind of hurting, like it got sore. I got kind of like a little bruise under my thumb. I'm like, what's this, like under your palm, kind of under where your thumb finger is? I got like a bruise on there. I would have to like use 2 hands to clamp down on the scissors sometimes to cut out parts. Oh my gosh, I was so glad to be just done with the cutting out cardboard parts. Especially these parts where it's like a part you have to cut out inside another part. Those were so annoying. But after those were all cut out, I got to painting. Here's the thing about painting these. I only had, you see this little tube of gray here? That was all I had for the whole bus. To paint the whole bus, I only had that. And I had very limited color selection. So you may notice the inside of the bus, if you were paying attention to the reference photos, you may notice that inside the bus is also gray, and it's not like white with those little brown trim accents on it. And that's because I couldn't find a brown, what do you call it? Colored paper. I couldn't find brown colored paper to do that. And I didn't have white paint. So it's all gray on the inside. Needless to say, that whole gray bottle of paint is gone. There is no more left of that. Luckily I had plenty of orange that I needed for 2 spots of color. And I had enough black for like the 2 small little black pieces that I needed to paint. You can actually see that I ran out of gray here because these little squares right here, these were supposed to be gray, but I had run out of gray paint, so I was like, okay, I'll just make them black and like nobody will care. And that's real, like nobody cares that these are black and not gray. I also, oh yeah, these little chairs, these were these were kind of last minute. Like, I was planning for them. I was like, okay, if you can like see it, there's like a little crease here. This is because in kind of where the original box closed, there was like this terrible part. It was like you could tear the little things in half. So I had like a few of those strips left, so I was like, okay, I'll just cut these strips in half and then use those as the chair. As the chairs, but they were way too small. It's like, okay, I'm gonna have to cut in a little bit more here. So that, you know, that's what I did. Had barely enough cardboard for those. This chair is pretty cool. It's got like double cylinders on the base there because I messed up on the height of it. And I made it way too low, so he wasn't able to sit in it all the way. So I had to make it taller. So it's double cylinder kind of base there that you can't see from this angle, but maybe I have it in another picture. But yeah, this is me painting, and then after all the pieces were painted, I glued them together nice and neatly. Definitely can't see any of the glue poking out. Yeah, I got that done. The gluing was pretty easy, TBH. There was only one part that I messed up with, and that's what was with the floor here. I glued it like way too slanted, so that when I was testing out the wheels, like where the wheels were gonna go, I realized, oh, they can't fit because it's slanted down. Like they can fit on this side fine, but they're not fitting on this side. So I had to kind of take apart one of the sides and reposition it to be back up. And yeah, luckily I was able to get that done because I realized it pretty early on, so I was able to like tear the glue off or tear this part from the glue pretty easily. Let's move on. Next slide. So here's the thing all put together. We got the side here with the doors. I got a little lazy at the end. I was gonna put like 2 little skewer bits on the like inside the top and bottom here so the doors could swing open and closed. But dude, by the time I finished this project, it was 2 in the AM for me, so I was like, okay, that's enough. I'm done here, that's enough of that. Like, maybe I'll do it at a later point in time. But yeah, got the wheels here, you couldn't really see those in the other picture, but I decided kind of last second to use tin foil on the wheels to kind of break it up from the bus. So use a little tin foil on the wheels there, and this does move, by the way. This can roll. Not super efficiently, but it can roll. And the steering wheel can also turn. And the little pedals that you can't see— oh wait, you can see them here. These little pedals, you can press all those down. You can adjust this if you want. I use that little wire there, little posable wires. So the mirrors are adjustable too. Yeah, this is the full thing. Front, kind of little driver's seat area. Back of it, top view, side view. Other side looks like this except with 4 windows and nothing on the sides. Family photo! I was almost done taking photos when I thought, dude, I don't have a family photo. I have to get a picture of everyone outside the bus. So there they all are. Yeah, mom, dad, and baby. Let's ride! This is everybody in the bus. Got him smoking his little ciggy, got his little drink in hand, ready to drive. Maybe he's already driving. Got Chet there with their little plushie. Got mom in the back. Got the wheel from the bike there. It was originally in a little basket, but you know, I thought it'd be fine without the basket. I thought, you know, I could just lay it there. Here's the other basket. Here's the basket I did make, and there's all the other little toys there. There's just like a few more angles, like farther away. So everybody in the bus. That's what they look like sitting in there. Now, the end, maybe. I kind of wanted to leave it kind of like a cool, like to be determined question. Like, could this be the end of this project, or will there be more? So here's a POV, or a bug on the windshield of the bus. Take off the top of the bus here, so I can kind of move you guys more around, tour you guys around. So here we got, let me back. Front of, okay, see these wires in the way. Front of the bus here that I made. It's sitting, I don't have anywhere to put it, so it's sitting on top of my record player. We got our driver, octopus, little fella in the seat, toys, the toy box. Put the drink back there. There's the painting. There's dearest mother. Side of the bus. Oh, I still have to turn my TV off. Okay, I don't think it can I don't know if it can reach around. Hold on. Oh my goodness! Dropping stuff. See, I have my pajamas on. Back of the bus. Through there. See where I sit, kind of. guys. Oh my gosh, almost tipped over the bus. That's it. Let me put this back here. Put the top back on. Close you guys back in there.